The Barbatachtian Diaries was recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Hey, so it's Sunday morning, was it 3rd? 3rd of October? Yeah, it's 3rd of October. And this is Ian Austin speaking. Some people obviously know me, some people won't. I'm the writer-director of Barbatachtian, very 2020 Christmas Carol, and Barbatachtian Returns, which can exclusively say, well, I mean, setting off places, but in terms of the YouTube channel, I can exclusively say Barbatachtian Returns is now finished, which is amazing. I have my cup of coffee and I'm drinking. It's downright surreal because this movie, the first movie obviously is made in a very tight window, and the second movie is made in a very tight window, but this movie has been in plans for a year. Actually a bit longer, because it includes some footage from the original Barbatachtian which I cut, because the first plan I had was I was going to do Barbatachtian as 2 movies back out of the grindhouse. You're going to have Chester's story and Detective Perspective's story, and they're going to be one complete movie in alternating chapters, and that didn't quite work out because, I was shooting in the pandemic, and it just felt like I need to release this movie. I think lots of people have the idea that you can finish a movie when you want to, but in actuality it's not true. You still have deadlines, you still have things that you need to do, and you still have concrete set structure. You spend 7 years on a movie, but is that going to make it better? I'd argue no. I think you really need to be making a movie every year, which is what I have done. I've made Barbatachtian 2020 and Barbatachtian Returns in 2021. And so this is going to be the first video in a set of vlogs that I'm going to be doing over the next year, because I'm going to be starting work on Barbatachtian Forever, which comes out in October 2022 on my Nation Network and YouTube and everything, and hopefully a few more places than that. And if you look at my eyes right now, they've got kind of a matrix effect, which is pretty cool. I don't know how that happens. There's no green lights here, but what can you do? Except enjoy it. And yeah, so these vlogs are going to be over the next year, and they're going to be documenting the making of Barbatachtian Forever, from pre-production, pre-production even. So pre-production to pre-production to production, post-production, and they'll be taking us up to October 2022. Also, sort of a vlog of my experiences, and I don't know if you can see this, but I'm wearing a Winchester Brothers t-shirt, Supernatural Represent, really good show. I don't care what anyone says, I really enjoy it. And the vlogs will also capture in throughout year movies I watch and stuff like that as well. For example, I watched the 1970s version of Carrie, Stephen King's Carrie, last week in the cinema, and loved it. It was an amazing movie in every regard. One of my favourite cinema experiences, and it's also good because I didn't really enjoy watching it when I saw it on DVD. I think lots of these movies you need cinema to really enjoy. And at this point, most vlogs have an announcement saying my next movie is going to be in cinemas, but it's not, because, I don't think Barbatachtian Forever is going to get cinemas. I think I'm still a few years away from that. That's fine. I think there's a lot to be said for making movies the way you're able to make them. And in this regard, I'm making movies designed to be seen at home. The first Barbatachtian was clearly designed to be seen at home. And the second Barbatachtian Returns, a bit more of an upgrade, but still designed to be seen at home. But I'm really pumped. I want to give you guys some ideas of what my plans are now for Barbatachtian Forever. They might not be my plans for the long term, they might change, but for now, here's my plan. Okay. I don't know how many of you have seen Edgar Wright's Don't. It's a fake trailer made for Grindhouse, the Quentin Tarantino Robert Rodriguez double, which is one of my favourite movie experiences in terms. I didn't see it in cinema, unfortunately, because they didn't play both in the UK, but I own it on Blu-ray, and it's an amazing experience with fake trailers and all that. And actually, on that score, one thing I want to do in the future at some point is I have an idea for a double bill UK style movie like that. It'll require some convincing, a bit more money, because that would need to be seen in cinema, and I have an idea of who I'd like to work on it with, but again, money. I think you need a certain amount of money for something like that. Although in that regard, I am planning to. This isn't exclusive. I am planning to release a double video version of Barbatachtian and Barbatachtian Returns at some point. No, I have to edit that. That might be a project I actually work on. I've got an idea for a project and I want to work on for New Year's, but I don't know if that's going to be feasible. So maybe it'd be better to do the double of Barbatachtian / Barbatachtian Returns, which would be called Le Barbatachien. No, and would be designed as like a French recut the movie for a Cannes Dessous style audience, where it's like, you know, you're doing the edited version, the more operatic version, I guess you could say. So that'll be fun. I mean, there's lots of stuff in Barbatachtian Returns which is intentionally done to have the aesthetic of a grindhousey style, sloppily put together movie. No, intentionally so. I know a lot of people would say it's just sloppily put together because you can't make movies, but no, it was intentional. There are aspects of it, not for that. But anyway, back Barbatachtian Forever and Don't. So, Don't is actually, I know this will sound weird and a lot of people disagree, is actually my favourite thing Edgar Wright has done, because I think it's so perfect in terms of how it encapsulates that aesthetic of movie from the 70s of the misleading trailers. You'll note that no one in the movie speaks except for the narrator, who's an American putting on a faint English accent. And what I love about Don't is it's such a weird movie, and I thought you could do that sort of aesthetic for Barbatachtian. And so my idea for Barbatachtian Forever is that, and budget wise, I don't know if this is feasible, so this is why I'm putting it out there, because, you know, who knows, maybe someone will be like, we can pay you some money to make that movie. But it'll be set at a mansion. I love that old school British horror. In fact, I even love the American horror set in mansions. Something like The Boy isn't a particularly good movie, but I love the aesthetic of the mansion because it creates this dynamic of a lot of space. And I think space is important to me going forward, because first Barbatachtian was shot entirely in my flat. And the second one was shot mostly in my flat, but had some parts set in Wales, which gave it a really nice feel, because it's sort of like, you know, outdoor shooting locations. It's cool. And Barbatachtian Forever is going to be sort of hybrid of that, because it's going to have that. In some ways, it's going to be similar to Hateful Eight, where it's going to be a fair bit of it shot outside, which is going to be very cinematic, and then inside it's still going to be cinematic, but it's going to be quite enclosed. And I have this idea of an old school mansion British horror, but with Barbatachien in it. No, I think that'd be really cool. And all the people, a group of people going to a mansion and scary shit ensues. I actually have a few scenes written. I have one idea in my head which is perfect and encapsulates my weird vision of what horror should be. And it's also really funny, so I want to include that. But the logistics of it, I think it would need more money, so it might be a scaled down version of it. That's the other thing you'll find making movies, and this vlog will hopefully give people a bit of a lesson in how to make movies, and it's not a pretentious movie school, serious critical analytical load of shite, because the truth is it's about money, it's about time, it's about what you have, and it's about finishing the bloody movie, because that's the point. Finishing it is the point. You can spend 7 years on something and it still won't feel right to you, or you can just go, what's the time I have left? What's the best I can do with the time I have left? No, and that's all you can do. That's, for me, that's all you can do. So Barbatachtian Forever is coming next year. I've set for the immutable deadline. I think it's 21st of October 2022. A few other movies I want to do, but I don't know if I'll get around to them this year. Comfort Island obviously going to be done at some point, but honestly I think I'll need to go to the gym for that, because if I'm going to be in that, you know, my particular style of bad acting. Is Chester Zerum going to be in Barbatachtian Forever? Well, that's I don't know. I don't know at this point. I think I'm going to be doing more with Chester Zerum and Detective Perspex. This isn't spoilers for Barbatachtian Returns anyway. I'm not speaking that one way or the other. I'm just saying that I think after doing 2 movies with the both of them, I think Barbatachtian Forever, I can imagine it's going to have some some loose feeling of Halloween 3. So it's going to be like a combination of Don't, Hateful Eight, and Halloween 3, and the old British horrors from 1970. So it's going to be a hybrid of all three of them. As for what else is going to be in one of the characters, it'd be nice to do something a bit different. And to be honest, I mean, ideally I wouldn't be in Barbatachtian Forever, or maybe in a small cameo sense, because I don't think I'm the worst actor. I think I do what I do okay, and I really enjoy acting, so I'm going to do more of that. But I don't think I want to be the lead, because I enjoy directing more and editing more, and you know, it's like I feel like it'd be nice to direct other actors, you know. But I will still be doing stuff. Detective Perspex and Zeroverse of Zeros was good. I think mainly for me is the fact that if I am in it, I don't want to play every character again, because that's a challenge, and to be honest, there's not that much depth to Chester Zero. He's kind of an arsehole, and a fair bit of the personality traits are aspects of my own life played up to the nth degree. You know, maybe some people would go, it's uncomfortably similar to. I'd probably go, there's probably a train of proof to that. But yeah, I mean, I think you're more likely, it's weird to sound, you're more likely to see Frederick in Barbatachtian Forever. I think he'd fit better in that aesthetic. And Frederick's kind of fun to play in some regards, because he's such a piece of shit. He's such, and I mean, his views are completely opposite of mine, you know, in every possible regard. You just, when you're playing a character like that, your mind just goes to, what are the things that I don't believe, that I would never say, and how can I make this horrible human being come across as an even bigger cockroach than someone like God? You know? And you just do that. But yeah, for now I'm going to be focusing on that. For now I'm just going to be doing some more vlogs on run up to Barbatachtian Forever Returns to promote it. It's on iNation Network. You sign up for iNation Network, by the way. It is amazing. I get royalties if you watch my movies. I got some royalties for Q3, which is fantastic because I like money, and it's good. It's something called support. I say this on Twitter a lot on my Ian Makes Films accounts, but you know, indie cinema is brilliant, like flat out. Some of my favourite movies I've ever seen have been some of the weird aesthetic indie movies, and I love indie horror, and I think this is the platform for it. You'll get stuff like Amazon and Netflix and all that. I find they're moving more towards bigger budget stuff. And I think independent cinema is great. Like, it's like independent music. The stars and themes of tomorrow are on these platforms. You know, maybe it's not me. I hope it is. You know, I have some ideas for terrible big budget movies. I think everyone wants to see a Man-Thing Marvel movie, which I have some bizarre ideas for. But I mean, I just love making movies, and I love that there's a platform like iNation Network, Indie Nation Network, where I can make them, because, you know, I just love this shit. This is the most fun thing on the planet. Sitting at my computer and trying to edit movies is just like, it's just bliss. It's actual bliss. Anyway, so this vlog, I thought it was only going to be like 5 minutes, but it's been 13 minutes, so 14 minutes even. So fantastic. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back probably try and do every Sunday. Just a vlog on movies and on the process of making them and some other stuff. This one's mostly going to be just me talking, but there will be future ones which are a bit more cut out. And I also talk about my feelings on movies I've watched that week. So until next time, remember, life is beautiful, so are you.